disgraceful and inexcusable. Meryl Streep speaks out on Weinstein. Welcome to Access Hollywood. Tarnished movie mogul Harvey Weinstein fired from his own company as the allegations of sexual harassment are piling up.
And though not an accuser herself, we'll hear more from Meryl in a moment.
But we began with another one of Weinstein's alleged victims detailing her claims against him.
We were all sitting around at the table, and he said, you know, I'm one of the owners of this restaurant. Have you ever seen the downstairs? There's a whole restaurant downstairs.
10 years ago, Sivan was a local news anchor on Long Island when she met Weinstein while at a dinner with friends.
So you go downstairs and describe what you say happened.
We go downstairs, there's like two guys sweeping up in a kitchen. He shoos them away. He tells them to go. And he says, let me walk you through. And we walked through this kitchen into like a vestibule where there were like bathrooms and a hallway, and the door out to this restaurant was locked, it was closed. And that's where he cornered me in this vestibule and leaned in and tried to kiss me, which I immediately rebuffed and said, whoa, whoa, whoa. I had no idea that that's what this was. I'm sorry, you know, I have a very serious boyfriend and I'm not interested. And I thought it would end there. Mm-hmm. But that's when he blocked the entrance or exit for me and said, well then, just stand there and be quiet. And that's when I realized, oh, I had no idea what was gonna happen, and it happened very quickly, and he immediately exposed himself and, you know, began pleasuring himself, and I just stood there dumbfounded.
I know he called you the next day at your TV station, didn't have your phone number, that's what you say, and how did that go?
That was so crazy, because the next day, after I fled, basically, he called my station. They said, I have Harvey Weinstein on the line for you, and my heart sank. And he said, I just want to let you know, I had a great time last night. Excuse me? Yeah, I had a great time last night. I'm going away overseas on a trip. I would love to see you again, if that's something we could do. I said, absolutely not.
We reached out to Harvey about these claims and received a no comment. Lauren told Megyn Kelly Today that Harvey's apology last week was the final straw for her.
Enough is enough with this guy. There was no remorse. There was no even acknowledgement of the type of behavior that was going on. I mean, if he did this with me, who's just a stranger who is not an actress in Hollywood and doesn't need anything from him, I can only imagine how many other women something like this has happened to.
Great point.
Right.
Just the beginning,
Just the beginning. You know, this is a shift that's happening not just in Hollywood, but as a culture, you know what I mean, that allow this kind of thing to go on for as long as
I think a lot of men executives are shaking in their boots.
Yes.
I think there's a lot of more that'll be taken down and a lot more victims that'll be coming forward.
And there is power in numbers. I think, you know, we're seeing this tide turning for women where you realize there's a chorus of voices now, and Meryl Streep among them now, adding her voice. She's the most decorated actor in Oscar history. So when she speaks out, people take notice. Meryl worked with Harvey, of course, on many films, including her Oscar-winning The Iron Lady. Her statement reads, the disgraceful news about Harvey Weinstein has appalled those of us whose work he championed. And she went on to say that not everyone knew of his offenses, including herself, but she said his behavior is inexcusable.
Well, then Ben Affleck, of course, owes his Good Will Hunting start to Harvey. Well, he's at a complete loss of words.
Have you talked to Harvey Weinstein at all, man, regarding your experience?
Appreciate it. Thank you very much.
You don't think he's being taken on a trial by publicity?
Ben Affleck giving paparazzi the evil eye and keeping quiet when repeatedly asked about Weinstein. Ashley Judd and Rose McGowan are two of the actresses who claim Weinstein harassed them. Ashley has thanked those who have come forward and joined the conversation, while Rose is calling out those who have remained silent, saying, yes, ladies of Hollywood, where are you? Your silence is deafening. Yesterday, she posted this photo of herself in her 20s, saying, this is the girl that was hurt by a monster. This is who you are shaming with your silence. And Rose is not satisfied with Weinstein being fired from his own company. Today, she's calling for all the board members to resign. Will and Grace star Eric McCormick spoke to our Alex Hutchins about the challenge of victims speaking out at the Rape Foundation's annual Brunch Sunday.
I think this week, with the headlines and the Harvey Weinstein revelations, do you think we're shifting to where people are going to come out more, that people are supporting more? Are we getting there? We have a long way to go.
We'll always have a long way to go. This is one small step in terms of someone I think we all sort of suspected, but this is a systematic problem.
This Is Us star Mandy Moore and Chrissy Metz were also lending their support.
What did you think about these brave women kind of stepping forward and bringing this to light?
Oh, I think anytime you speak your truth is really difficult, no matter what situation you're in, and to try to move through that into the healing, that's really difficult. And especially, I think, in Hollywood and,
Pressure.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. And so if anybody has felt that way, it's like we got to come together and band together. And
we have women coming out and being brave.
Being brave, and we need to support them and believe them.
And Tina Fey, star and one of the writers for NBC's 30 Rock, appears to have heard some of the rumors. A joke about it was in the script way back in 2012.
Oh, please. I'm not afraid of anyone in show business. I turned down intercourse with Harvey Weinstein on no less than 3 occasions out of 5.
All right, well, that wasn't the only time that 30 Rock was ahead of the game. They also had a joke about Bill Cosby back in 2009. That was 5 years before the assault allegations against him went widely public.
So a lot of people are expecting SNL to tackle the Weinstein scandal this weekend.
Hello?
They didn't go there. When they asked SNL creator Lorne Michaels about it, he said he avoided it because it's a New York thing. Where's Trump from again?
I think New York.
Okay.
Yeah.
A lot of people calling him out and saying this was gutless by SNL. I mean, that it should have been clearly a joke in
They're
in
so
the show.
fearless. They go after everybody.
It was the biggest story of the weekend.
Yeah.
Why not? If for no other reason, because everyone is talking about it.
Yeah.
Apparently there was a joke in the rehearsal, though.
And then they cut
got
it.
Cut.
Yeah.
We don't know why. I guess, there is the theory that perhaps it's a little too inside baseball. Does middle America know who Harvey Weinstein is?
Listen,
They do
if
now.
we're talking about it, they should be talking about it.